Cyprus football, the passion, the thrill. The passion, the thrill. The stadium's roar, you can feel the chill. You can feel the chill. The teams are ready, the battles will start. With battles will start. With dreams of glory, they'll play with heart.
Kalimera, Kalispara, whatever time you're watching. This is Mappa. I'm Stealth. Tasso is here. Good evening, young man. How is one?
Good evening. How are we doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. We're still alive.
Exactly. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Alive and kicking, as they say.
Yes. Yes.
Been a busy week. I'll say busy 6 or 7 days, but it's been manic, hasn't it, in the last 2? Really?
Yeah.
So
a lot of stuff has happened.
Yes, a whole bag of stuff.
Yep.
So shall we begin with the tragic news, which we don't like starting shows in this way, but we have to. Out of respect for the player, out of respect for Cypriot football. So, bad news.
Yep. So let's start with, Paralimni player Paul Julius lost his life in a tragic car accident around 6:30 local time on Tuesday morning on the Paralimni Brodara Road in the Bernera area. His vehicle was going in the Brodara direction, while the one being driven by a 74-year-old man was going in the direction of Paralimni. Both men were taken to Amohostos General Hospital in Derinia. The 70-year-old is now stable. The 74-year-old man is now stable, but Julius was sadly pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. Julius was signed by Paralimni this summer following an 18-month stint at Gaish in Egypt. He played 33 games in Egypt with 4 goals scored. His information lists him as being born on January the 1st in 2004, which makes him at the time of his death 20 years old. So obviously the response across the footballing world on the island has been unanimous in providing his family, friends and other loved ones their condolences. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to say that all of us at NC Network as well offer their condolences to their family, and it's always a shame to lose someone like that. It's the way he was lost, but especially at such a young age as well. It's a real knock on everybody involved. I think a lot of people were shocked by what had happened.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? This is something that we find very difficult talking about. And we don't know the full details. You hear all sorts. And yesterday morning, woke up and there was a breaking story about a player passing away because of a car accident. And again, there was no mention of the player. Obviously, it was very, very sensitive, the situation. And I think the websites were very, very classy in how they did things. The club and other clubs have been very, very classy, and they've treated the situation with a lot of respect. And 20 years old, man, it's no age. It's no age.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's very, very difficult. And Mihaly has even put up a message about an Omonia supporter that recently passed away. I don't know too much about this. This is the first I've heard of it, to be honest. So sorry, Mihaly, but rest in peace to the lad. Condolences to his family as well. So so I think we don't do this, but I think moving forward we should start really doing this, and perhaps we should have maybe just a moment's silence for the player. And anyone else that's passed away recently, it's difficult times for everyone right now. And I don't know, it just yeah. Right. So I spoke to a good friend of ours at Pasp yesterday afternoon. Obviously, they were running around trying to get this situation sorted. But he did mention to me that, Pasp, as we know, have been so supportive of us. They've been incredible working with players. They're always there. They're always there. And I still believe that to this day, a lot of players in Cyprus aren't aware of how important Pasp are for them, not just for the here and now, but also for the future. Now, the good thing is in the next few days, Pasp are going to be visiting clubs. It's something that they do every season, and they do it regularly. And they're going to be talking to players about certain issues that obviously concern them, such as scholarship program that Pasp are putting on, various events, awards. I believe there's like a savings plan. Is there? That's like a financial advice initiative.
Yeah, so there's obviously there's stories all the time of clubs not paying players. So obviously there's the support there from the players' union. There's a few other things as well, like to reporting on if they know anything about any match fixing that goes ahead, how to report that anonymously, that kind of stuff. It's important, obviously, that the players' union gets around and do this every summer because of the changeover of players, just a massive changeover that happens during the transfer window. So it's very important that they go out and do this kind of thing, and it's really good that they do it as well because it kind of helps players acclimatize to a new broadcast if they haven't been playing in Libro before. So it's always good to get a friendly face around.
Of course. And they will be talking to the players about what they call a welcome toolkit, I guess. And it's something for players that have just come to Cyprus. And there's something like what they call a red button code that reports match fixing, which is massive. So it's obviously whistleblowing, but it's going to be confidential. They'll be talking about mental health, any information on doping, and also something which, again, is very, very important. And I think, again, not many people talk about this, not because it's a taboo subject, but I think when you do have concussion protocols in football like you do in the Premier League, I don't know if there's anything like that in Cyprus, but Pasp have teamed up with a company called BrainEye, where players can download an app. And what they do, they follow some instructions. In fact, I've done it myself. And let me bring it up. So they've got this app called BrainEye. It's sensational. So players can download this app. Is it on the screen? Yeah, it is on the screen. And what they can do, they follow some instructions. It's pretty basic. And what they do, they just stare at this red dot. They follow it around, and it gives you a rating in terms of your eyesight, hand-eye coordination, various things. And the good thing about this software is in the future, because it's not 100%, I wouldn't say fully developed, it is fully developed, but obviously there's still software updates and everything like that to come. But what it will be able to do is notice early signs of Alzheimer's, dementia. It's great for concussion recovery as well. So players can monitor this from their own home, as opposed to obviously they're going to be going to the clubs and going to the medical facilities and everything. But this app is absolutely fantastic. And I implore people to do this. Any footballers that are watching this now, when Pasp come, don't shut them down. Listen to them. I mean, I did this myself. I got 91% accuracy. So what can I tell you?
Nice.
Hand-eye. Yeah,
nice.
You know.
You'll be Mr. Miyagi the flies with the chopsticks soon.
Of course. I've already started practicing, bro. Don't worry about it. So, like I said, any footballers are watching this, download this app. Players will have free access to it as well. So, I mean, this is a really expensive bit of kit, but players will be able to have access to this. And again, when you do get head injuries, you know, this is massive. We've seen it in NFL, what's it called, CTS, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's very important. So Pasp are doing a stellar job, and I know that Spiro Neofididis, was with the PFA in London this week. So obviously Pasp are making strides to level up and to improve their level of care and service to the players. It's an incredible organization, and again, they go under the radar, man, completely under the radar.
They do. Mm-hmm. They do, unless Spiro gets a fine. Then,
yeah, exactly.
Then everybody knows
for telling the truth. He gets fined for telling the truth. You know, you know. Anyway,
yeah.
So we've done that. What's the next story, my friend? It's about your club, isn't it?
Well, let's start with Apoel because why not? So quick ones. Vid Belec has retired from international football. 34-year-old goalkeeper has played 21 times for Slovenia. Now it's only 21 times because he's been basically understudy to Jan Oblak. So you know,
slightly better goalkeeper.
Yeah, the other bit of news from Apoel as well is Vagoras Antonio has gone on loan to Omonia Radipo for the season. So it makes sense since, you know, they only signed him this summer from AES. However, with Laifis coming in as well, they kind of moved down the pecking order in the defence. So it makes sense to send him out on loan to get more first team experience before coming back and obviously doing probably getting released on the free next season. I was going to say, you know, doing well next season, but we all know what Apoel do with the young Cypriot players that they sign. So that's a preamble, obviously, because we've got to talk about the big news coming out of your club.
Yeah.
This new stadium. So obviously, I'm not in Omonia TV. I don't subscribe to that, so I didn't see. But the way kind of the information came out from all these news sources, it sounded like it was just Baba Stavros sat behind like an oak desk, and then just
not this time.
Like proper like a president of the United States address to the nation kind of thing.
No, he was in the studio.
He was in the studio. Okay,
he was in the studio. But the thing is, there were no how can I put it, blueprints or any images. It was just like 16,000 done by 2028. We're going to have it's going to be more than just a football stadium. The same stuff that you'd expect to hear, but nothing's been shown in terms of what the stadium might look like or that kind of stuff.
I don't know, man. For me, that sounds like that's not coming in 2028 because if you think, right, I think the Apoel Stadium was supposed to be coming in 2028 as well. I don't know what's happening with that, obviously, since Dino Yordanos passed away. But when they did the press conference for the stadium, they had a crap load of plans. They had the breakdown of where the seats were going to be, VIP, what was going to, the kind of concourses that they were going to have, how the extension, if they wanted to increase the attendance, the capacity, how that was going to work, how it was looking, where it was going to be, you know, the talking about car parking and the rest of it. And kind of what I read from the headlines for this, because again, I didn't watch it, there was none of that detail. And the arrival of the stadium is supposed to be at the same time. So it kind of makes me think, I think somebody on 24 Sport wrote about it as well, is that Baba Stavro basically did this call, in essence, basically to get people to pull their fingers out and do their jobs. So basically broadcasting his thoughts to the Omonia fans, and then, you know, the amount of feedback the people at planning departments or the like the amount of feedback they'd get from Omonia fans being angry about things not being done would make them get things done, I guess.
Well, look, at the end of the day, as far as I'm aware, they haven't even got a construction company yet.
No, I mean that's normal. That's normal because you can't really go for a tender until you know what the thing looks like, and you can't really know what the thing looks like until you've got planning permission. Because you could design the best looking thing in the world, but then you go submit it at planning, and then I'll take this off, put that in, take that off. That's no good. Now, the other thing, so the big thing that Papastavro wanted to point out is that a lot of the time spent up to now has been negotiating with a load of landowners. The fact that he was able to get, I think, it's 22 people they bought
something
land
like
from.
that, something like that.
That he managed to agree land deals with 22 people already in Gibro. That's an amazing thing. Now he said he's expecting a land deal to get like the extra 50,000 meters squared from the government, like Abuel did. However, apparently there are plans in place for if they don't get it, so that's fine. But there's this Horafi that I keep seeing in all the pictures. They keep showing the pictures of this is where it's going to be. There's no electricity there. There's no water. There's no road.
Well, it's apparently they've already got plans as to how people are going to get in and out of the stadium and how they're going to get on the highway. So
okay,
I don't know. Apparently, it's like 1 kilometer from the highway.
That's fine, but if it's 4 years until the stadium is actually finished, that means that road needs to already start being built.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say is I'm pretty certain Papastavro made his money out of construction anyway. So this is nothing really.
Yeah. I think I did read that as well. So
I'm pretty certain, like he's not the kind of person. Look, for all the stick I've given him, right? He knows what he's doing.
He does.
Right? From a business perspective, right? From a business perspective, he knows what he's doing. Football, forget it, fucking forget it, right? But anything else, no worries. So I'm not stressing about this at all. In fact, even if shit hits the fan. Oh, hang about. George has got some comments.
Yeah, it says it's near a newly constructed road.
There you go. So they've done their homework. They've done their Googles.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, but
right.
I mean, the other question, obviously, as well, is Papastavro, I guess, is bankrolling this from his own pocket rather than Omonia as a company.
Well, apparently, Goa are going to foot 40-50% of it.
Yeah. So it's the same. It's the same deal that Goa have with Abuel as well. But Abuel got around, the financial issues by creating a completely different company.
Yeah. Well, he's probably going to sell the stadium. I think he said something along the lines of selling naming rights to the stadium as well, which tells me that's going to be a big chunk of the money. Was it 60-70 million? I think he was approximate. Yeah,
that's what he's got budgeted for it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, 16,000. What do you think of the attendance size?
I think that's just right.
There's a lot of people saying that's too small.
No, it's just right.
Guys,
we've done this dance before.
We did it with the Abuel Stadium. We're going to say exactly the same things for the Omonia Stadium. It can't be big. It can't be as big as the Recipe because look at the Recipe. It's never full.
Yeah.
It's never full.
Yeah. Well, think about it, right? Okay, I know there's going to be about 15,000 at Omonia's game tomorrow against 0. Okay, I get it. But aside from we're going over this old news again, but aside from the derby games and the odd European match, you're not going to get 16,000 against Karmio Disa or Doxa or Ethnigo or unless it's like a title decider, which is not going to happen because none of those teams are going to get in the top 6. So, okay, maybe for a cup semi-final, I guess. But let's get it right. Aside from the derby games, it's not going to be a full stadium. So you're looking at what, 6 games? Six games?
Yeah.
It's going to be sold out, something like that. Salam from Azerbaijan, my brothers. You're in Azerbaijan, Ruslan. Flipping out. Okay.
Ruslan gets about.
My guy.
Yeah. Okay. So there was some. We can move on. So let's go. Let's do the unsavory one now as well. So
yes,
it was reported on Monday that someone had thrown a firecracker into Moreto Kasama's house early on Sunday morning at 4:25. The police are investigating and trying to identify the perpetrators. The firecracker was apparently placed on the windowsill and caused damage to the window and the facade of the building. Now that's as much as. After that, it's gone very quiet on that. Any bets on who would have done that? Because
it's baffling to me.
Yeah,
I don't remember him ever getting into any altercations with fans or any players. I mean, I know he stuck one on Morgan Brown beginning of last season. And I don't think it was Morgan.
No.
I don't think it was Morgan. So it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't because Kasama is, he's kind of a little bit of a forgotten player as well. He's not really.
He's not included in the squad.
Yeah.
It don't make any sense. But obviously there are idiots everywhere. So
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly. So there's also been a bit of transfer news out on Omonia as well. Mostly outs. We've got there's one less Cipriano in Nicosia now, with a 25-year-old agreeing to sign with Sion in Switzerland.
Good luck to him, man.
Yeah, was there a transfer fee involved? I didn't see anything about transfer fee.
Probably because he was under contract, so I don't think they'd just let him go. But he's a good lad. He's a good lad. Had a few conversations with him. Yeah, it's good for his career. He's not getting game time for Omonia. He's what, 25, 24, 25?
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
So what's he going to do? Sit on the bench? You'll do.
Yeah.
Like we signed Gidso. No, good luck to him, man. Good luck to him.
Mm-hmm. So we've got
140k. Yeah, 140k.
That's not bad. That's not a bad fee for a left back in Cyprus.
Yeah,
it's not bad. Now, someone who's not going in anywhere is Loizos Loizo. He's been given the number 75 shirt. Yeah, same, but different. But still same. Every goddamn transfer window, every time, it's deja vu, vu. It is what it is.
I don't even know what to say anymore, man. This is the thing. It's come to the point where what more can you say? You can't stoke up the fire any more than it already is, and there's nothing really else to say about it.
Yeah,
it's come to the point now where he's becoming the forgotten man, and it's a shame for him. It's a shame for him, but it's a lesson to a lot of people that player power doesn't really dominate Cyprus like it would in other leagues.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, next season he'll be playing for.
Next subject, please.
Next season he'll be playing for Karnodis, I think.
Oh well, I don't know.
So anyway, we're going to move on to the next team. We've got Bafo. Bafo have got some transfer news, and one may be outgoing as well. So we've got Pedro Palagio has left Bafo to go on loan to Chaves in Portugal. He was on loan last season as well in the Emirates for United FC. They've also signed this 18-year-old for Palmeiras, Caio Carminati. Is that right? Caio Caminati. Do you know anything about him? Because I haven't been able to find anything about him.
Absolutely nada.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, there he is. And also, there is some rumours that Oni Valikari is on his way out.
To
So,
AIK being one of the clubs.
Big has been whispering to somebody, has he? Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
So there you go.
It's pretty quiet if you think about it. I mean, there's lots of news, but it's pretty quiet on the whole.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It looks like clubs have done all their business, most of their business
Most of them
earlier. So there isn't really that rush to bring in players like there normally is. So yeah.
Look, Ruslan. Yes, my brothers. I'll be at the stadium next week for Zero versus Omonia, wearing my AL shirt and supporting Zero. I love you still. Cheers, mate. Nice one. Nice one. And I was going to say some nice things about your club on this episode, but no, I'm not going to do it now.
So let's go to AEK.
Yes.
Talking about panic buying. So AEK have signed another goalkeeper since the one that won the Polish Ekstraklasa last season is apparently not good enough.
Yeah.
So they brought in Greek goalkeeper Georgios Athanasiadis. He was at AEK Athens, spent a season on loan at Sheriff, and was also previously at Asteras Tripolis and Panthrakikos. There you go. And AEK have re-signed Perepons. So now he's confirmed his stay for another 2 seasons. So there we go. He's back. Yeah. He's back because Joey Sanchez is obviously not a good replacement. So they brought him. They brought Perepons back for more money, I think. Yep. I think that's probably one of the stumbling blocks. And, he's a very good player for him. He's a very good player for him. So,
Yeah, he's good player, but they're happy to let him go. That makes sense, doesn't it? And now they signed him back. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then this wild rumour that came out of France as well.
From L'Equipe.
Yeah.
L'Equipe of all places.
Yeah. Is that Farage is going to, is it Olympiacos, right?
Olympiacos in Greece, yeah.
Yeah.
You link with them.
So that's a crazy one. There's a lot of people I follow on Twitter who report on this kind of stuff that think that's an absolute balls out signing because he's too old to be a young player, and they don't think he'd be able to replace any of the other players that are in his area of expertise.
Yep.
So they're not sure why that signing is being made. Now, if you look at the form he was on last season, it was a bit more subdued last season compared to the season before.
Yeah.
But the season before, he was on absolute fire. So,
Yeah. Well, let's see how he does this season. Because obviously with Henning Berg there, he loves wingers. We saw at Omonia like Ernest Asante and Johnny's and other players. Even Lois was thriving under Berg, but he plays a 4-4-2 and Farage is a winger. So maybe he'll go back to the form that he was a couple of years ago. You just never know. But it's AEK.
Yeah,
it's AEK, the Spurs of Cyprus. Sorry, they're just Spursy, aren't they?
Well, yep, exactly. So that's AEK. There's Anorthosis, one quick one and one a little bit longer one. So one we've got.
Sad times.
So one that still hasn't put on there. We've got Sergio Castel is now he's signed for Malaga.
Okay.
Yeah. We've also got Dimitris Theodorou. Was announced 4 days ago. Like 4 days after being announced by being released by Abuel, and then the big one as Chico time has ticked out.
Yeah.
Chico Banza has left Anorthosis on loan for the season, joining Portimonense in Portugal's Liga Pro. He's gone on loan with an option to buy.
Yes, well, it's a shame he didn't go. It's a shame he didn't go to Malaga because it would be take 1-0. You know.
No comment because he reposted my story about him on Instagram. So.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the clip of the terrible attire that he was wearing over the summer with the jeans that made him look like he was in Wu-Tang Clan more than anything. No. Okay, okay. Fair enough. There's a comment here.
Yeah.
What I saw from Rocker is that every year he tries to build a team alongside with a coach. Then something went wrong and tries to correct it by bringing in other players. I mean, what is the approach?
There is no.
I don't know.
It's really scattergun. It really is scattergun. Javi Roca has a preferred way of playing as well, and if that coach doesn't play to the system he wants to play, then it causes some friction. And I think that's part of it with Ferrando. He probably wanted to play something else. Tried to play something else, and then got absolute launched out of a cannon for it. So Henning Berg is there now. Let's see how long he lasts, because he doesn't normally play the kind of the Ike way either. So
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
You will not
exactly.
see attacking football. You will not see it.
You will not see it. You will not see it.
Well, I just think that Rocker's got a strategy, and it just looks like a flow chart that begins with, "Are you Spanish? Yes, no." If it's no, they're fifth choice. If it's yes, let's push them up at the top of the queue. So it is.
Yeah. Are you Spanish? Have you played in the Spanish leagues? And then,
Have you played in the second division? Have you played for Osasuna?
because Catellari's still there, right?
Apparently.
Anyway.
I don't know, maybe he's doing maybe he's got a PS5 and he's playing Karaoke Idol with Col from time to time. I don't know.
Oh dear. Right. So
Yes.
we've got Apollon next.
Yes.
Apollon still signing players. We've got
Vernon.
Vernon DeMarco.
Vernon K.
So this guy was at Hatta Club in the Emirates. He's also played for Slovan Bratislava, Lech Poznan, Michalovskie, and Constancia in Spain. He has 339 appearances, 35 goals, and 19 assists, which isn't bad for a central defender. I don't think those are very, very bad. They're pretty good stats for a central defender, I think. So I expect to see him up for corners.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I look at this Apollon score. We were laughing about it a few weeks ago, but now it's being pieced together. I'm looking at him thinking, do you know what? Gula might do something with this.
They're stacked.
Mm-hmm.
They're stacked. I think he's just got to make sure that he gets a best 11 out there.
Yeah.
Because and that best 11 includes Doregaray. If anybody, if anybody is asking me, Doregaray needs to be in that.
Doregaray and Marquez, the big man, little man combination, like Crouch and Kevin Phillips.
Crouch Defoe.
Oh, sorry, Flo, and Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips, and Crouch and Defoe. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's Apollon, right? I haven't got anything else for Apollon. Karmelisa I've got next.
Yes.
Karmelisa have re-signed Razvan Gradinaru.
That's the one on the left.
Seem to be the one on the left. For some reason, we need to see his ass. I don't know why, but they've released this guy like 3 times. Every year they release him and then they re-sign him. But yeah,
I'll tell you what, his agent must be laughing because every time he signs a new fucking deal, he gets a signing fee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now there's still nothing happening with Katsandonis at the moment. although your man Azaz, the loud guy, who's not
My man.
who's not Johnny Violence, he's been out on the blower again this week, confirming that there's still clubs in Greece, Belgium, and Poland looking at him. So
Katandori's probably sitting there thinking, where are they?
where are they?
You've
Yeah,
been saying this for 3 weeks.
because according to Azaz as well, Katsantonis is in the squad for this weekend. So
My goodness. Goodness.
And
Actually, do you know what? Do you think by saying that it's going to bump up the percentage of him leaving on Transfermarkt?
Oh, probably.
There's going to be someone on Transfermarkt going 80% chance of him leaving, and you click on it, and it's just a quote from
from Azaz from Supersport. And the other thing from Garmio's side is they got a TV deal with Sita Vision. They've organised it. They've sorted it out. Sadly, they did not accept the deal we gave them to show their matches direct on the NC network.
I thought it was a fair deal, to be honest.
It was a fair deal, wasn't it? But some people don't like Slovakia.
True. I think. Do you know what the deal breaker was?
What? They wanted Drahana and you wouldn't give him it.
Ravel Morrison.
Ravel Morrison. Yeah.
I told them we could bring in Ravel, and they just went no.
Oh, no, thank you. Who would have done the commentating for the games, by the way, if we'd got it? Would it still be me and you, kind of talking about?
Could be. Yeah, that would have been fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have been.
With Sofroni as head coach.
Yeah. Talking about Sean Kelly posting on Instagram every day that he's at Ladies Mile Beach. At some point, he's going to play football.
What kind of monster doesn't like Souvlaki, said Andy. Exactly. George Bologna trying the Chelsea approach.
Yeah, pretty much. I need to update my spreadsheet. I haven't updated it for a couple of weeks, so I'll get that sorted. Omonia Radipo have signed a player, Sana Gomez, Guinea-Bissau left back with experience in Estoril Chavez Leiria and Braga, FC Noah, Debrecen, Belenenses, and Anadia. And he also has 6 appearances for Guinea-Bissau. So,
flipping hell, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been in a few places. He likes a few places in Portugal, doesn't he? But yeah, FC Noah, he was there before it was cool to be looking at that Armenian team. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we've got 2 more Omonia to Furious. They've got some stuff. They signed 3 players this week. One of them is Gabriel Ramos, 28-year-old Brazilian centre forward from Dynamo Batumi. He also has experience in South Korea. I almost said it a bit racistly. Belarus and teams in Brazil. So our mate Luca Georgian Footy on Twitter calls him a decent player on his day. Didn't quite get the trust on his second spell at Batumi. He also called him a COVID football legend. So I'm guessing in his first spell, it must have been during the pandemic in Georgia.
I just thought he was going around breathing on players.
So you made so he meant it as a legend in a negative way.
He was standing by the goalpost for a corner kick, just going like Aslan.
Yes, Narnia.
Do you think it was Aslan's bad breath that defrosted people? Was it just magic?
Well, listen, if you eat raw meat as much as he does, that breath must have absolute stank.
Halitosis.
But yes. And wait, we've got Michael Halen as well, 30-year-old Belgian central defender. He was at Anderlecht, Kortrijk, Westerlo, Zulte Waregem. There they are again. Zulte Waregem. I can't get away from that fucking team. Emmen and Sparta Rotterdam. We've also got Kevin Broll, who's a 28-year-old goalkeeper from Germany with appearances for Mannheim, Dynamo Dresden, and Górnik Zabrze in Poland. So they're also building they're also building a team. So
Yes.
watch
Yes, they are.
them. Be interesting
Absolutely.
to see what they get up to.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me check if I've got any more team news there. No, I'm out of team news. What did you have on
Okay.
IL?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, before we go into that, I just want to discuss, and I don't know, I can't see if it's in your notes, Rethas, so apologies. Your best
No,
mate here.
no, there he
Your
is.
best mate here, yeah. He gave a speech at the annual referees seminar. And what he had to say was practically next to nothing. He said a lot without saying anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
He said, we're heading towards a very competitive league. Every year, the level rises, as do demands of each match, and with it, your level must rise. He's saying this to the Cypriot referees. Continuous training and proper preparation are of great importance to be able to meet your tasks. As you know, we will start the championship without the presence of foreign referees who will be invited to help where and when needed. So we start the championship with you, the Cypriot referees, and your contribution to the smooth start of the championship, ensuring that a smooth run is crucial. You have to go unnoticed on the pitch and not be the star. You have a clear mind, calmness, and right decisions. What is this? Honestly, we're already entering the 4th year of VAR implementation, and everyone has now realized its usefulness. Well, if you're using it, right, for fuck's sake, especially if you're a referee. Yeah, if you're a referee. Of course, you know better than anyone that VAR is here to help your work and that the decision that counts is yours. We continue with Mr. Messina in the presidency of the refereeing committee. Now he knows much better our league and each of you individually. I think you have a lot to learn from him. And oh my God, honestly, this is ridiculous. Have a good football year, everyone. Be healthy and make as few mistakes as possible. Oh my
fantastic.
God.
Fantastic. I've got to.
It's like, it's like telling an arsonist, like, don't burn yourself. Be careful.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. In that voice as well that he's got.
Chat GBT speech, 100%. For sure. For sure. Both the translation and fucking this guy. Honestly,
Unbelievable.
Man, please take his coom ass away from the screen.
Yep.
Oh my days. Flipping hell. Well, look, yeah, there was some IL news.
Hold on, before we move off that, Mario, did you go to that? Because you're supposed to be doing the referee training, aren't you?
No, he's in Hungary.
He's still in Hungary, is he? Is he still?
No,
he's still over there.
Where is he anyway? Where are you, Reo?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him pop up there right at the beginning. Anyway,
back from Hungary. Sorry, back from Hungary. Sorry, he's back from Hungary.
Yeah, there he is. Right. Yeah. So go on. Tell me my IL news.
Right. Okay. So let me find it. Hang about. Oh, for crying out loud! Still, what's going on? Oh no.
There's a rumor about a Croatian player.
Yeah, I had it. Where's it gone? I had it. No. All right. Let me open up my document because I thought I amalgamated yours and mine, but clearly I didn't. What an amateur! Sorry, guys. No. Okay, so Konstantinos Konstantinou, the president, he held a press conference on Monday, and they basically spoke about the team's plans and aims for the new season. They spoke about finances and other things, and they were talking about renovation of training facilities. They've moved to new offices. The club shop has improved. Their online store is up and running. They're going to try and improve their youth academy, even though I don't know why. What's the fucking point, especially after last week's debacle, which no one has actually spoken about, by the way. Yeah. Interestingly enough, he said that they're trying to create relationships with other clubs abroad. So I don't know if that's similar to what Buffalo have done. I don't know. So yeah, they're lowering the average wage. They've got new sponsors. All the private boxes are sold for the season. They're trying to bring back the older generation of supporters. And also, he's actually spoke to some of the former presidents as well to see if they would. Yeah, and Sophocles wants to help in any way he can.
Of course. Every time he's got to pop his head around and say some bullshit, hasn't he?
Yep. Well, what he said is that the minimum target this season is to be in the top 6. Now that is pressure on Chris Coleman.
Yep.
That is big pressure on Chris Coleman, because I don't know if this president knows this league. I don't know if he knows this league. It ain't going to be easy.
Yeah,
it ain't going to be easy.
Yeah. Again, it is a very competitive league. So,
yes. Yes, absolutely. They're going to renovate the Solomonides Arena, which is something they're talking about Goa. So having in discussions with Goa about. He then spoke about the financial problems. He was talking about the team structure. He goes, these aren't problems that we can't deal with. We're not the worst club financially. There's a liquidity issue, but I believe that next year we'll be in a much better position. They reckon the debts are going to be paid off little by little. They reckon one more player is going to come in. They mentioned the central defender, which you did. And Yerolemo and Andreo, they see him as 2 youngsters that are huge assets to the club. And if they're going to leave, they're not going to be permanent. It's going to be on loan.
Yeah.
They are in the club's plans, but obviously not in the here and now. They've sold 2,500 season tickets, and they mentioned investors. So apparently they have been in contact with representatives of potential investors, but then when they ask for proof of funds, nothing. Nothing.
I see. Not the first time we've heard that from IL. There was something serious until proof of funds was being asked.
Yeah.
Previously.
Put this way, he ended it by saying that the situation that the club is in, they want to make the right deal with the right person, which is understandable. And he said, will I sell the club for the right price? Well, yeah, if I was to renovate a house and do it up, I'd sell it. But would I do that or bring in a Russian who just throws money around, basically, what he's saying? So, look, we know how big this club is, right? Let's get it right. They're a big club. But they've been struggling. They've been struggling for a long time. I can't remember. When did they last win the league? 2011, 2012? 2012.
Yeah,
when Dixon was up front. I think it was that year.
It was Bambo, wasn't it? So that sounds about right.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. They're falling behind though. They're falling behind.
Yeah.
And it's happening. And again, sorry to bring it back to Omonia, but I think this is why Baba Stavro has now stepped in. He's like, right, I'm going to sort this all out, because he's seen the competition improving. You can't sleep. You can't stand still, and that's what Al has been doing, unfortunately. So
yeah, they've done that for the last couple of seasons.
2012,
yeah. But yeah,
the only relationship I need is a relationship. So you're bloody hell, George, flipping hell.
Yerolemo, I wouldn't consider Yerolemo a youth player anymore. I think he's 24 years old now.
Yeah.
But Andreo is somebody's going to come in for Andreo. He looks like a fantastic player.
Yeah. Well, that team from the Gardens. Happened so.
Yeah. Your Gardens. Your Gardens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing
it
correctly.
Not your Gardens, but the way that you pronounced it is.
Oh yeah. Sorry, there wasn't Israeli team interested, but
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. And one of the reasons cited by people surrounding the player was because of the security issues in the area. So,
well, speaking of security,
yes, there we go. We're professionals here. That's what that's how that works. Yes. So, kind of how do we start this about the police shitting themselves? Do we start? Let's.
Well, put it this way. Did you see the statement that Omonia Gosenya put out the other day?
Yeah. So
on Instagram.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
So, in that statement, they threw the police under the bus. They threw the Cyprus FA, and the Ministry of Justice as well. I think everybody, didn't they? They kind of threw everybody in there, which is in their rights. There was something about the Katokopia Epistrofi ground being near housing developments, and the use of flares being a problem around housing developments.
And their response was, "Oh, what kind of geniuses are you? You've only just realised."
Yeah. Yeah.
It rinsed them, man. But to be fair, that they were in regular communication with the police. It's just that the police ignored their correspondence.
Yeah, pretty much, because even though that is not their stadium, they're renting it from Voxa.
Yeah.
They're paying out of their own pockets to put the correct security, or I won't say correct security measures, I'll say additional security measures in place to help the ground get the requisite licensing that it needed to get, which it now has, apparently. I read the Katokopia Epistrofi Glafkos Kliridis Stadium has the license for games to be played there now.
Yeah.
So
I found it quite funny how they said that they wrote 3 letters to the Minister of Justice, who hasn't responded to any of them, and they invited them for a meeting, but they were like, we're just fed up of you just showing yourself in front of the camera, as a bit of a big time Charlie kind of thing, but you're not dealing with this thing. It's mad.
It's almost like it's a government thing, big time Charlie on the camera kind of thing. Yeah. Who does Hadjodi support? Does he support Bafo as well? Anyway, the police kicking off about things, especially the game between two Omonia, Two Furious, and Isle. They were saying that there was going to be trouble at the game, and they would not be responsible for any trouble that might happen. So
that was Christos Andreu, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That gave the statement to Supersport.
Yep.
And he denied that. Well, sorry, on behalf of the police, they denied that they had no details as to why the time of the match was changed. They said that they were ready for, or they are ready for all matches. And
but they weren't. They're not ready for all matches.
Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, they're going to take all necessary measures. But then there's something else that he said, which
hold on. There's a few things that were said. Yes. Sorry, the title of the thing.
Yeah. Do you want to do what you need to do? Because I've been cutting you. Sorry.
So part of it was don't stand so close to the Katokopia Epistrofi. Yeah, there you go. I did it. Do you get it? Do you get it? Still, do you get it?
I do sing in the police. Come on, I know.
Yeah, it's a song by the police. Do you get it?
Do you get it?
Oh, okay, you got it. Yeah. Don't stand so
close. Go close to me.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So there's a rule in place, apparently, saying that fans not attending the game can't be closer than 550 meters away from the stadium grounds. So, which is I don't know if it was a rule that was brought in before or after the game against that. Is it Anorthosi in the cup last season?
Right. Is it only Omonia supporters that aren't allowed 550 meters?
Such a weird number. Why is it that?
I don't know.
500.
Well, I guess the COVID
600.
thing was 2 meters. The COVID thing was 2 meters. I don't know. And listen, let's get it right. Can you imagine you got an Omonia supporter that lives round the corner from the stadium, and while his team is playing, let's just say it's half time, he decides to take the dog for a walk. What? So the dog goes running and it heads towards the stadium, and he goes to get the dog. And what is the policeman going to say? Well, what team do you support? You can't be 500. You got to be 550 meters away. What a stupidness is this?
It is thick, man. But 550 meters. I don't. It's the number that's pissing me off.
Hang about.
What?
Hang about. Perhaps that was maybe, when they threw the flare in the stadium at the Ghazibi.
Yeah.
Perhaps whoever threw it was 549 meters away.
There you go. That's where that's where I went to as soon as you started talking about the cup match. Yeah. That's probably what it is. That's what it is. The thing is,
they caught him on CCTV, and then the next day they got this tape measure out, and they measured the distance, and they saw 549 meters. Well, you got to be 550 meters.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, so the Omonia Gosienia fans. Oh my god, I called them by their real name. Shoot me. The two Omonia Too Furious fans. They've organised kind
It's
of
the range of the flare
similar...
cannon. There you go, George. There you go. George has always got the answers.
So they were trying to organise something outside the stadium. Now the Katokopia Epistrofi doesn't have any stands on either goals.
Stands.
Got no stands. Yeah. So they don't have any. It's just a brick wall on either. On either goal, right? It's no.
I'm sure they got trees as well.
Yeah, they might do, but either way, the two Omonia Too Furious fans were going to organise outside the stadium there, which is why the police were like, you got to be 550 meters away. But yeah, now
how are they going to do that then? Are they going to, I don't know, do like a barricade or put a police tape around the perimeter of the stadium?
No, man, they're just going to have, what they're going to have is they're going to have the bods with the shields just standing there being like 549, 550. There you go.
Electric fence.
Yeah.
Electric fence.
Unbelievable. And they're saying this specifically so that these fans go at them on purpose. The fans will go at them on purpose because they won't let the fans go to the place where they want to go to. So fans are going to kick off, and then there's violence outside the grounds. No more away fans.
Right. I could just imagine Benny Hill music being played while all of this is. It's going to kick off, man. It's going to kick off. We know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? And I guarantee it, right? It's not going to be the supporters that are to blame for it. It's going to be one copper that's going to get too far ahead of himself and be Mr. Power Mad, and then sets it all off.
Yeah.
See it happening.
So, obviously, this stuff kind of the police and the Minister of Justice Jodis, they've been begging the Cyprus FA to do something more restricting the away fans. So, Cyprus FA have again changed their regulations for away fans attending games to be restricted to either 800 people or 10% of the relevant stadium capacity, whichever is smaller. Now, there's also going to be added restrictions for the big derby games as well.
Yeah, but there are 10 high-risk teams, that's all.
Yeah, 10. There's 14 teams in the championship, man. What the...
10 high-risk...
10 high-risk teams, and one of them's Nia Salamina.
One of them's Aris.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's one other one. Like, what kind of shit do the Aris ultras get up to other than stare at the cheerleaders?
I thought that ultras were the cheerleaders.
Yeah, and the horn section that they've got there with the drummers.
oh, maybe the guy that's in the video at the beginning, maybe he's the leader.
That's what it is. That's what
He got
it
in
is.
trouble for moving one step down.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. And now Omonia fans is obviously because the police don't want anybody gobbing on any of the players.
550 meters as well, because they can't
Yeah,
spit
exactly.
that far.
Yeah, exactly. So
Flipping hell.
now, hold on, let me go through. Oh yeah, so based off of what was going on with all this business regarding away fans, the morning before this announcement, maybe half an hour before the announcement, Anorthosi, being the away team at the Antonis Papadopoulos for the first game of the season versus Omonia Radipo, opened their tickets up for pre-sale. Then, once this announcement came through from the Cyprus FA, they had to pause the pre-sale to wait for clarifications of the announcement from the police and the Cyprus FA, and then they had to open up their pre-sale again. So yeah, that happened as well. Now, I want to go back to the licensing issue for these stadiums. So I said that the Katokopia Epistrofi now has its license. Still don't know whether Dasos Markou or the Vasagi has the license, because according to the press release from the licensing authority, they didn't even apply for it. So I don't know what's going on there, but
Listen, put it this way: Vasagi, with its British connection, I think
I was going to say, yeah. So the because the SAG is in the British Sovereign Bases area, the British police are the ones that are providing security at the SAGI. I think somebody broke it down for me on Twitter in that way, which means that the British police are like, yeah, whatever, we can kick a few yobbos, but the Dasos Markou, there was a friendly that they were selling tickets at against Achironas Onisiplos. So obviously, there's not going to be big fights at the Paralimni versus Achirona Onisiplos match. But that was free to go ahead, and the police didn't go, you don't have the license, like they did to Omonia, to Furious and Anorthosi for their friendly that they had to cancel. So,
Look, we know what it boils down to, right?
We know what it boils down
to, right? And I think we would be more appreciative if they were transparent about it, as opposed to just tiptoeing around it and making it seem that it's one rule for one rule for the other, even though it is.
Yep.
It's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. But again, really, what it's like? This is something that we keep saying. Was it see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil? That's effectively what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. It's an absolute mess. Security-wise, I said we'll probably wait till October for away fans to be banned, but the police was wanting to supercharge the process, get the ban in as quick as possible, so then they can just wash their hands and be like, see, you're not responsible enough for this, so you're not going to have any of it. No. Yeah.
Well, what day is the Omonia Isle game?
I did not look that up. It would have been good of me to look that up, wouldn't it? Give me a minute.
Maybe someone in the chat can tell us. I don't know. Oh,
it's Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah. And that's a what? That's a 7:00 kickoff in Cyprus.
Yep.
Fucking hell. The smartest thing would have to do it maybe 2:00 or midday.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be fucking drinking from whatever time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So
I mean,
let's start making our notes for Wednesday now.
yeah, exactly.
Predictions.
Exactly.
How when's it going to go off? What time is it going to go off?
4. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be busy Saturday, aren't we?
Yeah.
Busy.
It's going to be a busy Saturday. One thing we didn't mention is obviously we've got 3 European games for clubs on tomorrow.
Yes.
So we'll have to report on that next week as well. So get ready for a big old bumper version of This Is Mappa. It's going to be...
Well, George says 2 p.m. while being 35 plus degrees. That'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be good because people will be too fucking dehydrated to fight.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna want to fight. They just be drinking water the whole time.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep,
Ain't no one want to kick off when it's 35 degrees and you've had a few bevies in you, man. No one's gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
The players ain't gonna like it, but fuck it.
Especially Katokopia is pretty hot as well, so...
Yeah. So,
Katokopia
we've got 3 teams.
Sorry, Katokopia. They're not playing in Katokopia. They play Barcelona. But yeah.
So we've got 3 teams playing tomorrow or today if you're listening on the download. Got Apoel playing RFS from Latvia.
Yep,
Omonia against Zira. Yeah. And Cluj, Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting one. Well, look, to be honest, I'm expecting 2 out of 3 at least to go through.
Yes, same here. We need to get that coefficient up, guys. Come on. Now, it did absolutely piss it down today in Latvia, so the conditions aren't really going to be what the Apoel players are used to. Let's see.
Yeah. And look, the new format of the Conference League is really, really exciting.
Yeah,
really
all of them. It's 8 games now in the league rather than group stages.
I think it's 6 in
Is it 6?
the Conference League. I think it's 6, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 6.
I know it's 8 in the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League is 8 for sure.
Yeah.
Champions League is 8 for sure. So, yeah, man, let's see. Fingers crossed. We'll get both of those teams in. Oh, 3 of those teams in.
Get all 3 of them in, man. Why not?
Yeah. There'll be a hell of a lot of watch-alongs, though, I'd say, on this pod.
Yep. We'll have to split screen it.
Well, yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea. But we need the third person. On.
Yeah.
So you were like, goal, yeah.
Like Gillette Soccer Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who will be Chris Kamara going like, I don't know.
I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. Has there been a goal? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
But yes, if there's anything to remember for anybody on this week's pod is don't stand so close to Katokopia Epistrofi.
Yes. Don't get too close. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
right, bro, we're done. We've done it in like an hour and 10.
Wow.
My goodness.
There you go.
Flipping hell.
Blasted through it.
Yeah, absolutely. See, this is what happens when not many shenanigans happen. So we're good. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. We really appreciate your support. Appreciate your comments. We'll be back. When are we back? This time next week.
Yeah.
So, don't forget to visit our website, nc-network.com. We have an X and an Instagram account at This Is Mappa. If you want to get in touch or even be part of the team, contact at nc-network.com. And that is it. Thasso's Instagram and Twitter is there.
Yep. There is.
Anything else you'd like to add, young man?
No, man. Let's go. It's this weekend. It fucking started. Let's go.
It has. Shall I play the intro one more time?
Oh, go on then.
Let's go.
Go on.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Cyprus football, the passion, the thrill. The passion, the thrill. The stadiums roar, you can feel the chill.